of those sailors who made chief this year graduated from boot camp in Great Lakes. They, along with more than 3 million others who trained there since 1911, are all part of the tradition and history that are being celebrated this month as Great Lakes turns 75. Petty Officer Jacques Pugh reports.
It began after the turn of the century, when an expanding Navy started searching for an area to train recruits from the Midwest at a location closer to their homes. With the eventual help of a Chicago businessmen's group, that area was found, bought, and developed into the Navy's largest training center. Great Lakes now spans a 1,600-acre area several miles north of Chicago on Lake Michigan. More than 3 million sailors have passed through the gates here since 1911, many of them through basic training, many others through advanced technical schools. Today, the center is responsible for training an overwhelming 40% of the Navy's manpower. A statistic officials here feel is born out of the installation's commitment to quality.
The investment in dollars so that we can provide the quality technical background to these people is probably not duplicated in many installations throughout the military services, never mind the Navy.
Recruit training is still one of the installation's key missions. But the Admiral said the center also focuses heavily on what she calls hard-skill surface Navy training. At Service School Command, sailors learn the basics in electronics, gunnery, and engineering. In schools like Gas Turbine Systems Technician A School, students receive realistic experience operating and maintaining an exact replica of a shipboard gas turbine propulsion plant. School administrators say the state-of-the-art system sends to fleet sailors who can immediately enhance their ship's combat readiness.
This training facility is modernized along with the fleet, so they're getting quality, up-to-date information at all times. We can at least keep the guy dead even out there in the fleet where he has a chance to accomplish what we're tasking him with.
Hands-on experience is a major part of the curriculum here. School officials say there are other subjects a student must master outside the classroom and outside the plant before he's graduated into the fleet.
Military time, room inspections, personnel inspections, general military training, physical education. The bottom line is, and every decision we make is, we would rather send a squared-away sailor to a ship in the fleet who might be a little weak on technology and send a technician to the fleet who can't fit in as a sailor.
As for the next 75 years at Naval Training Center Great Lakes, Admiral Hazard sees her installation continuing what she calls its stellar contribution to not just the Navy, but also to the civilian community.
Every one of our people ultimately goes back to civilian society, there to invest in the workforce, bringing a work ethic and bringing countless technical skills to bear in that American society.
Since 1911, the clock tower over Building 1 has been Great Lakes' most distinguishing physical feature. But what this base is most proud of is its record of supplying the fleet with quality people for the last 75 years. From NTC Great Lakes, for Navy News This Week, I'm Petty Officer Jacques Pugh.